Welcome on Gabon 24. This September 25th, 2020, the Forest Stewardship Council organizes the FSC Friday, an international day to promote responsible forest management. The Forest Stewardship Council is an environmental label whose purpose is to ensure that the production of wood or wood-based product respect the procedures that guarantee sustainable forest management. Today we are going to speak about forest management, and our guest of the day is Ms. Nathalie Bouville, Head of Communication for FSC Africa. Hello, Mrs. Bouville.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Thanks, fine, thank you.
Welcome on our set.
Thank you for inviting me here today.
You're welcome. So let's start from the beginning. Can you describe with your own words, FSC and its mission and values?
So FSC stands for Forest Stewardship Council. It's a non-governmental organization that promotes sustainable forest management. So what do we mean by forest sustainable management? We mean that the exploitation of forest has to be ecologically appropriate, socially beneficial for the population, and economically viable. So these are the three aspects of FSC's mission. And our values, our view is that the forest must benefit people today, but also the future generations. So our slogan is Forest for All, Forever.
Okay. Practically, how do you realize your mission on the field?
So FSC, we set the standards, we elaborate the norms. We don't actually go and give a certification. Okay. The certification is obtained through certification bodies, through companies that are specialized.
Locally?
You have some in here locally or in Central Africa or internationally. So our mission, besides setting the standards, is also about promoting the standard and explaining what is certification and training people so that they understand our standards. So our work here in Gabon is mostly partnership, training, formation, information, and also talking to the media, like yourself, so that you can relay and inform the population about what the benefits of certification.
You've been talking about Gabon. Can you tell us some details about the deepness of the relationship between the FSC and the state, the government of Gabon?
So FSC was created 25 years ago, and we've been in the Congo Basin since around 2006. In 2006, we had a focal point in Gabon, and the first certificate was issued in 2008 at Rougier, Gabon.
12 years ago.
Yes. And now our office, setting up a real office in Gabon, that was done in 2019.
Okay.
So now we have an office in Gabon, and in January 2020, we signed a partnership agreement with the Ministry of Forest of Gabon, so that to ensure that we have a good collaboration and that we can accompany Gabon in its journey towards certification.
That's amazing. But can you tell us what is FSC's goal? Because you are here because there is an event that is about to happen. We will talk about it deeply. And maybe you can already tell us more about this event that is FSC Friday that is coming tomorrow.
So tomorrow is FSC Friday. FSC Friday happens every year on the last Friday of September. And we take the opportunity of this day to celebrate forests and to raise awareness on FSC certification, FSC labeled products. And the idea is to really inform, talk about our certification. And here, this year, unfortunately, because of COVID, it's only a virtual event. But the idea is that on social media, people can share our posts, people can share our videos, and it's really an awareness
So anybody can have access to this event online?
Yes, you can go on, you have the hashtag Forest for All Together.
Okay.
Because the idea is that we want everybody to feel concerned and part of the FSC family, so the environmentalists, the concessionaires, the consumers. This event is really to get everybody together to think about how we're going to preserve our forest and how the forests are so important for the future of our planet.
So we keep in mind that tomorrow you have this event, FSC Friday. Let's hope that Gabonese people all around the world can attend this online. Now, let's go deeper about what you're doing, about your activities. Can you tell us about the importance of FSC certification in nowadays world?
So the certification, forest certification, brings benefits. It brings benefits to the population, to the government, to the consumers. And the type of benefits are, once again, on the environmental aspect, on the social aspect, and at the economical level. So to take a few examples, FSC requirements in terms of preservation of biodiversity are quite high. So in the concessions, in the FSC certified concessions, you can see that there's studies have shown that there are more like big mammals, like elephants, gorillas in Gabon, because there's a strong, some incentive to do some anti-poaching programs to preserve the nature. So you have this really tangible benefit, which is about preserving the ecosystems. Then you have, in terms of social, one of the principles of FSC, the second principle is workers' right. So everything related to the worker and his family in terms of health, safety, education of the children, general well-being. So these are all in the FSC principles. The development of communities, like local communities, is also very important. The rights of indigenous people, the rights of people that live in the forest, all of this.
All those aspects are within your framework.
Yes,
That's
they are
amazing.
all in the principle. We have 10 principles followed by 70 criteria and more than 200
That's a lot.
indicators.
But what can you tell about those people that don't believe in climate change and that feel like we can use the forest as we just want, you know?
Well, I don't have much to say to those people because it's quite obvious when you see like 2020, the COVID, the forest fires, I mean, the droughts, the invasions of insects in East Africa. I mean, it's difficult not to believe in climate change.
Okay, you know, we're in Gabon, we're in Africa, and many people, they used to feel like, okay, those white people, they come, they want to do their work, but what is our benefit like? Practically, do you provide work? Is it possible for the FSC in Gabon to provide some work for Gabonese people?
So the FSC certification and the generalization of the certification is going to bring additional jobs. I mean, because you're going to need auditors, you're going to need forest engineers, and we're going to train, more people to all these new jobs. Later on, I have a meeting with the director of ENEF, and we're going to look at how we can partner to create courses. Last week, there was the inauguration of a new sawmill by Precious Wood, which is a certified company in Ogwelolo. And they opened this new sawmill, and they have almost 100 new jobs. So the whole generalization of a certification process will make for some creation of jobs.
Okay, now let's talk about, I know you're not the only structure providing this kind of label. What is the difference between other structures providing this label and the FSC?
Yeah, so there are some legality certificates which are strictly ruling the legal aspect of a forest. In terms of sustainable forest management, there are two main organizations that certifies forest. And I think the main difference between the two standards are that FSC is really this balance between the three aspects, economic, environmental, and social. So that I think, and our governance reflects that, because we are an organization with more than 1,000 members, and our members vote. Our members are separated in these three chambers, so there's always, all the decisions taken by FSC, there's always a consensus that respects these three aspects of the forest management. And this is unique, and this is the main difference between the other standard.
Okay, we understood that you have your specificity as a structure to provide that label, but there are still many countries in Africa with the problem of illegal logging due to, people going and cutting log just as they will. What is the guarantee that this kind of wood that is cut just without your label cannot fraudulently benefit from FSC certification?
Well, the certification is all about traceability. So it is something that is really scrutinized. And,
so you
and
go
also
down there to the forest and you can know.
The auditor, and there's some controls that can be
Okay.
at any time. And also, we have a database with all the certificates, so everybody can check, and if they have a suspicion, they can go online and put the number and see if it's a real certificate or not. So, and if they have doubts also about a company, there's a way to lodge a complaint. So the FSC system is very open and transparent.
Okay.
So anybody can say, "Oh, I saw this log. It says FSC, but I'm not sure. Is it really FSC?"
Do you receive this kind of complaint? Do you
Yes,
receive this kind of complaint?
not me personally, but it's at the international level.
Okay.
And sometimes I'm being asked if I know the company, and FSC can do an investigation.
And in Gabon, I think that in Gabon, things are going well.
Yes, things are going pretty well in Gabon.
Let's hope things are going well.
Hope.
Now, there is this theme of this year about this event that you have, Forest for All Together. What does it imply exactly?
It implies that you need forest managers to decide and to choose certification. You need consumers to look for the tree. That's one of in the campaign, we said check for the tree. Because our logo is a little tree that is on the products.
Okay.
And so we are asking consumers to actually be responsible in their buying, and that they check the tree and buy FSC. So it's really, the idea is that it's the environmentalists, the consumers, the forest managers, we are all in this together.
Okay. Before we go to the final word, can you tell us about the activities that you will have tomorrow? Because we know you have this event online, but can you give us like some details about the program? So
you have events in different countries of FSC. You can have some online conferences. You can have, in Gabon per se, we're just sharing what other countries are doing.
Okay, so thank you so much, Mrs. Bouville. We have come to the end of this program. I hope that maybe you'll come back here to have another exchange about future activities of FSC. So thank you for accepting our invitation. I recall that you are Nathalie Bouville, Head of Communication for FSC Africa. Ladies and gentlemen, watch out. COVID-19 is not over yet. You must respect the barrier gestures and keep watching our program on social networks. We are on Facebook, Twitter, and streaming on YouTube. Thank you. I'm Yann Leyimangoye, and you've been watching The Interview. See you soon.